International law is a set of rules and principles that govern the relationships between nations and other international actors. It covers a wide range of topics, including diplomatic relations, human rights, trade, and the use of force. International law is enforced through a variety of mechanisms, including international courts, tribunals, and diplomatic channels. One of the key features of international law is its voluntary nature. Unlike domestic law, international law does not have a centralized enforcement authority, and its effectiveness depends on the willingness of nations to comply with its provisions. However, there are a number of mechanisms in place to encourage compliance, such as diplomatic pressure, economic sanctions, and the use of force in extreme cases. Another important aspect of international law is its flexibility. As the world changes and new challenges arise, international law can be adapted to address them. This has led to the development of new areas of international law, such as environmental law and international criminal law. International human rights law is a particularly important area of international law, as it seeks to protect the fundamental rights and freedoms of all people, regardless of their nationality, race, or religion. Human rights treaties and declarations have been adopted by the United Nations and other international organizations, and they provide a framework for the protection of human rights around the world. International trade law is another important area of international law, as it governs the economic relationships between nations. This includes the regulation of international trade agreements, the resolution of disputes between trading partners, and the protection of intellectual property rights. The use of force in international law is a controversial topic, as it involves balancing the need for security and self-defense against the principles of peaceful resolution of conflicts. The United Nations Charter provides a framework for the use of force in international law, including the prohibition of the use of force except in cases of self-defense or with the authorization of the UN Security Council. International environmental law is another rapidly developing area of international law, as the global community has recognized the importance of addressing environmental challenges such as climate change, pollution, and the loss of biodiversity. International environmental treaties and agreements provide a framework for addressing these challenges and promoting sustainable development. International law is constantly evolving, and the challenges facing the global community continue to evolve as well. This requires a continuous effort to update and adapt international law to meet the needs of the modern world. Cooperation and collaboration between nations and international organizations are essential in this effort. In conclusion, international law plays a critical role in promoting peace, security, and cooperation between nations. It covers a wide range of topics, including human rights, trade, the use of force, and the environment. While international law is voluntary and flexible, there are a number of mechanisms in place to encourage compliance and promote accountability. The development of new areas of international law and the evolution of existing areas will continue to be essential in meeting the challenges of the modern world.